Okay. So see here. That is, in previous lecture we have seen voltage division rule we can apply. In chat box, please post. You can see the screen and you can listen my voice. Any one only student post. All of you can listen my voice clearly, and all of you can see the screen. Got the reply. No need to post. Got the reply that you can listen my voice and you can see the share that PDF. Okay. So see here, in previous lecture we have seen for series connected resistances voltage division rule you can apply. For parallel connected resistances current division rule you can apply. Okay. Parallel connected resistances, voltage across each parallel connected resistances will be same, and you can find out its equivalent resistance by using the formula 1 by R equivalent is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 and so on. Okay. Now for series connected resistances, R equivalent you can find out, just simply add them, R1 plus R2 plus R3, and for series connected resistances same current flows through them. Okay. Whenever we say that the resistances are connected in parallel, check two conditions. Okay, which one two conditions you have to check? Here whatever the current entering at node A is same as that of current leaving node B, and I1 plus I2 is equals to I. At point A also, at point B also. If these two conditions it satisfied, then only you can say the resistances are connected in parallel, otherwise not. Okay. Then next to that, we'll see sometimes in circuits, whichever you are going to simplify, whichever you are going to analyze, what is done, two or more than two voltage sources you find connected in series. So here you can find two voltage sources are connected in series. So if you observe its polarity for 5 volt and 10 volt connected in series, how are they connected? 5 volt, for 5 volt, lower one is minus sign, minus polarity, negative polarity, and upper one is positive terminal. Okay, lower one is negative terminal of that battery and upper one is positive. Same is for 10 volt also. Means negative, positive, negative, positive. If like this it is sequence, then simply you have to add them. Okay, you just add them. So 10 plus 5 will be what? 15. Okay, and what's about the polarity of this 15 volt? Whatever is the polarity of 10 and 5, same it is, that is upper one is positive and lower one is negative. So same you mark here. Clear? Okay, now you see the second case. In second case, what is done here? 10 volt and 2 volt are connected. Two batteries are in series. Now for 10 volt, lower is positive, upper one is negative. Same is the sequence for 2 volt also. Lower is positive, upper one is negative. My plus minus plus minus. So same sequence from lower to top. So then here also you have to add them. 10 plus 2, that is 12 volt, and polarity also same. Lower one is positive, upper one is negative. Clear? Yes. Is this clear to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. Each and
Ma'am,
every point. Yes, yes.
इसको सेल असिस्ट भी कहते हैं ना, इस
हाँ,
तरह से लगाने को सेल असिस्ट कहते हैं ना.
cell assist. Okay, this word I never heard. I'll check and we'll get back to you whether assist means this one. What we can say here, number of batteries are connected in series. Okay, so that more voltage you can apply to any circuit.
Okay.
I'll check the meaning of word assist and we'll get back to you in next lecture. Okay, so see here, that is the, here you observe 6 volt and 2 volt battery connected in series. Now here polarity is different. Like in previous two cases, sequence was same, plus minus or minus plus alternate. But here if you observe, for 2 volt lower is positive, upper one is negative, and for 6 volt reverse. Lower one is negative, upper one is positive. The sequence is not alternate. It's like this, plus, minus, minus, plus. So if sequence is not alternate, that is plus, minus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, it's not so, or minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, it's not slow. Then in that case, what you have to do? Subtract it. And 6 minus 2, what it will be? 4 volt. And what's about then polarity? Yes, polarity, who can tell how to mark? Why here upper one is positive for 4 volt and why lower one is negative? Why not reverse? Who can tell?
We have to take the highest value polarity. जिसकी वैल्यू
Correct,
ज्यादा होती है उसकी पोलैरिटी लेनी होती है.
correct, correct. So which one is more?
6.
6
6
volt.
volt.
Correct, correct. Got it? So here, whatever is the larger voltage, or battery with more magnitude, that is the 6 volt. 6 volt, upper one is positive, lower one is negative. That's why same is the case for 4 volt also. Upper one is positive, lower one negative. Clear? Okay, so whenever, what is its application? Whenever while simplifying electric circuit given to you, or while analyzing electric circuit given to you, if you find number of voltage sources connected in series, if required, you can add or subtract them. When you can add them, when polarity sequence is same, alternate means plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, add them. And polarity also should be in the same sequence. Lower is positive, upper one is negative. Or if it is like this, from lower to top, I am explaining, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, and so on. Alternate signs are there. Add them, 15 volt. And what will be the sequence? What will be the polarity? Same. Lower one is minus, upper one is positive. Okay, add them. But if it is not so, like this is the case, that is not alternate signs are there, like plus, minus, and then not plus, minus, it's a minus, plus. So subtract them. And polarity will be the larger one of 6 volt. Same as that of larger magnitude battery. This is about the voltage sources. In the circuits, you will find voltage sources are number of, if more, 2 or more than 2 sources are there, they always are connected in series. And what's about current sources? Current sources are always connected in parallel. Okay, so voltage sources always in series you will find in the circuits. And if 2 or more than 2 current sources are there, then these current sources are always connected in parallel. Now, when 2 current sources are connected in parallel, this sign, see, like this sign means what? It is called as equivalent sign. What is its meaning? Whatever the circuit on left hand side and right hand side, both are equivalent to each other. Right hand side circuit is equivalent to left hand side circuit, or you can say left hand side circuit is equivalent to right hand side circuit. Okay, so whenever you are going to simplify circuits, go on using this sign. Given circuit that you have simplified, put that sign, and simplified circuit you draw. Further you simplify it, draw that sign, it's again simplified circuit you draw, so on. Okay, so here see, first one, current source is 2 ampere, arrow is upward, arrow direction is upward means what? From this end, means from here 2 ampere current will start. I can show here the current of 2 ampere will flow in upward direction like this. Okay, here 1 ampere is also upward, here 1 ampere current will flow in upward direction. Now 2 current sources are there, 2 ampere and 1 ampere, both are connected in parallel. See here, across these 2 nodes, both are connected in parallel. So its equivalent its equivalent current sources, you can add them, because for both the current sources its direction is upward, same it is. 2 ampere flowing in upward direction, 1 ampere current source flowing in upward direction. That's why you can add them and it will be, its equivalent will be 3 ampere. And what will be its current direction? Upward only, because 2 and 1 both are in upward direction. Got it, everyone? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
See the next circuit. Next circuit you observe. Attendance link all of you have?
No, ma'am.
No.
I'll post. D, na? Yours is D division. Attendance link I posted. All of you feel attendance. Give attendance. So see the next circuit. In next circuit, what you can observe? Should I wait for 1 minute or can I explain? Yes, can I explain?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So see here, 3 ampere is pointing in upward direction, 4 ampere is pointing in downward direction. Now here, both the sources, 3 ampere and 4 ampere current source are connected in parallel, but their arrow direction is different. If arrow direction is different, then you have to subtract them. So 4 minus 3, 1 ampere. And why 1 ampere arrow direction is downward shown here? Who can tell? Yes, why 1 ampere current direction, current source, its arrow direction is shown downward? Why?
We have to select the direction of higher value.
Correct, correct. 4 ampere, all of you can see it is in downward direction. So same will be the direction of resultant current source. Okay, here this one is equivalent sign. Whatever the circuits on left and right side are equivalent to each other. Okay. See the next one. Now 1 ampere and 3 ampere current source, they are connected in parallel. What's about their current direction? Yes, in which direction they are connected in?
Downward हो जाए.
In downward direction. So
Downward.
Downwards. So you will add them or subtract them?
Add.
Add them. Correct.
Add.
So 3 plus 1, 4 ampere. And what will be the arrow direction? Downwards. Clear? Is this clear to all of you? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Again, next topic will start. So here see this one electric circuit. Can everyone see? Yes. This is the another PDF.
Yes, ma'am.
Title unit 1 topic 2. Everyone listen each and every point carefully. Again I am telling to you, if you concentrate each and every point carefully, it will definitely increase your score. And those who don't used to listen, they just mark attendance and keep logging and not listening, then it's very difficult for them to even clear this subject. Again, I am telling to you, it's very difficult for such students to clear the subject if not attending my lectures. Okay, so each and every point, everyone have to listen carefully. Okay, now observe this electric circuit. So see one difference here. Now in whatever the DC circuits you are going to simplify in first unit, DC voltage source, DC current source you will find in that circuit, and only which one circuit parameters will be there? Resistance. See, resistance, inductor, capacitor. Inductor, all of you know? Yes, you can tell what is inductor. How we denote inductance? Which symbol, which letter is used for inductance?
Capital L.
L. Okay. See, like this is the symbol for coil. It is nothing but it's a copper coil with many turns. That is called as self-inductance. It is denoted by capital L. Unit is Henry. One more circuit parameter is there, capacitor. Capacitor, all of you know, is what is the symbol for this? Two straight line, and symbol is letter, which one
C.
letter? C. Unit is farad, microfarad. Farad, micro means into 10 to the power -6. Okay, so these are called as circuit parameters. Resistance, then inductor, capacitor, these all are called as circuit parameters. But in first unit, whatever the circuits you are going to simplify, inductor and capacitor will not be given to you. Only resistance is there. Okay. Next thing is sources. So which one sources you will find? DC voltage source, DC current source. These are called as constant sources, means time invariant sources. Okay, time varying source means AC. AC, all of you know, its behavior is like this, sinusoidal. AC, this is time variant, because with the change in time, its magnitude and direction both are changing. But what's about DC? Time invariant. Time invariant means what? Magnitude and direction remains constant with respect to time. Constant voltage source, constant current source. Okay, you will find like this circuits only you have to simplify in this unit, because in this unit linear circuit analysis is included. That's why time invariant and only resistances are there. Okay, it's connected in different fashion. Now you observe this two circuits. You observe two electric network, which is there on your left hand side, which is there on your right hand side. What is the difference between two? Who can tell? Observe
Closed
left
and
hand.
open.
Huh?
The direct
Closed circuits and
Closed.
open circuits.
Closed circuit and open circuit.
Closed circuit and open circuit.
and find the case.
Right. So see here. So see, if you observe electric network on your left hand side, it is closed one. In both 10 volt DC voltage source is there and 3 resistances are there, R1, R2, R3. But on left it is closed one, and on right it is open circuit. This one is open circuit. If it's an open circuit means what? No current flows from, suppose I'm going to mark this as A terminal and this one as B terminal. So no current will flow from B to A or A to B, right? Okay. So if the circuit is closed, see, whatever is there on your left and right, to both you can call electric network. To first one also you can call electric network, to second one also you can call electric network. But whenever you wanted to use the terminology electric circuit, so out of these two, the one which is there on your left hand side is only the electric circuit. Okay. So see here I have written electric circuit and electric network. Clear? Can you observe electric circuit and electric network difference? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so see, electric network you can call to both. Electric network can be closed one, can be open. Means electric network terminology you can use everywhere. Whether it is closed or open doesn't matter. You can use the terminology electric network. But whenever you wanted to use the terminology electric circuit, then compulsory it should be closed one. What the difference between electric network and electric circuit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now see here, before that I'll explain to you another thing. This circuit you observe now, everyone, how many resistances are connected here?
5.
5 resistances, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. How many voltage sources?
One.
One voltage source of 10 volt. How many current sources?
One.
One current source, that is of 1
One.
ampere. Okay. Right. Now see here, this is called as electric network also. and you can call it as electric circuit because it's closed one. Got it? So it's a, you can call it as electric circuit, you can call it as electric network also. Now here, if you observe A and B, in between these two, what is connected? In between A and B nodes, what is connected?
Register.
Resistance is
Resistance R1.
connected, correct.
R1.
So this one you can call AB, you can call it as a branch. Whenever between two nodes or two junction, any circuit parameter or any voltage source or current source is connected, any source or any circuit parameters. Just now I told you R, L and C. What are these called as? Resistance, inductor and capacitor. What are these called as?
Circuit parameters. Circuit
Good,
parameters.
good.
Circuit
Circuit
parameter.
parameters, correct. And what are the sources? Voltage source and current source. Okay, these are the sources. So if circuit parameter is there between two node or junction, AB is a branch. Why? Because circuit parameter is connected between A and B. So AB is called as a branch. You observe between node A and E. What is connected between A and E? Voltage source is connected. So AE is also a branch. Observe D and H. What is connected between D and H? Current source. So DH also is a branch. Clear? Now tell me, is there anything connected between E and F?
No.
No.
Nothing
No.
is connected between E and F. So will you call it as a branch? No,
No.
it's not. Huh?
No.
What's about FG? Nothing is connected. It's not a branch.
No.
GH is also not a branch. So if you leave these three, EF, FG and GH, except these three, the rest all are
Branches.
branches. Clear? Okay. Clear to all of you? Okay. Now, if you same circuit, what I have done, I have connected these branches at the bottom like this. Observe this circuit. Can everyone observe this circuit? This diagram
Yes,
B. What I have done,
Yes.
rather than that EFGH point, only one point I considered, and whatever this 10 volt, it's negative terminal, R2 terminal, R4 terminal, and I1, one terminal. I have connected together, and this node or junction, I mark it as I. So what's about I? Will you call it as a no? What's about now AI? Is it a branch now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
AI, BI is also a branch, CI is also a branch, and DI is also a branch. Same circuit I can draw like this also. Now, before showing this circuit, one concept left. See here, a branch, it is clear to you. Means between two nodes, either circuit parameter or source must be there. If nothing is there, then it's not a branch. Okay. Now, see, observe node A. At node A, it is called as node A or node or junction A. At node A, at junction A, how many branches meet here in diagram A? First one diagram, how many branches meet at node A? Two branches, correct. Two branches, correct. At node B, how many branches meet?
3.
Three.
Three branches meet, correct. At F, how many branches meet?
1.
Only one
One.
branch, only
One.
one branch. Okay. So F is not a node or junction. Okay. Whatever E is not a node or junction. F not a node or junction. G not a node or junction. And H also not a node or junction. Except these four, bottom four, the rest all are called as node or junction. Except these four. E, F, G, H, these are not nodes and junction. A, B, C, D, R. Means what is the definition of node or junction? It is a point in electric circuit where two or more than two branches meet together. Observe node or junction A, two branches going to meet together. Observe node or junction B, three branches meet. At C, three branches. At D, two branches. Got it? But observe point E, F, G, H, only single branch. Okay, so these are not the nodes, E, F, G, H, only A, B, C, D. Clear? What do you mean by node or junction? Where two or more than two branches meet together. Clear? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Huh.
ma'am.
Now the same, now again get back to second circuit, that is diagram B. What I have done here, rather than EFGH, only one point I consider, I. Now to this I, will you call a node or junction or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
ma'am.
because how many branches going to meet there?
Yes, ma'am.
How many branches going to meet at node I in second diagram?
4.
4.
4.
4, correct.
4.
And that's why I is a node or junction. Clear, all of you?
Yes.
Yes, branch. What do you mean by branch? What do you mean by node? Is this clear? Same thing I have written here. This nodes also today I post on group and recorded lectures also. Next. Now, again we'll see the first one diagram, this diagram A. Now, a closed loop. Can you tell how many closed loop are here? Closed loop means what? Start from point A, B, F, E, A. First one
6.
closed loop. B,
6.
6,
B,
ma'am.
C, G, F, B. Like this, how many closed loops are there?
6.
6.
6.
Total 6 closed loops are there. Okay. So these are called as closed loops, and total 6 loops are there. You can name them. Loop 1, A, B, F, E, A. Loop 2, P, C, G, F, B. Like this. See, here I have written. See here. Loop A, B, F, E, A. B, C, G, F, B, and so on. Larger one loops are also there. All of you can find out this. Now, if you observe the smaller loops, that is this one, first one, this is second one, and this is the third one. These are 3 smaller loops, right? Is there any another loop inside these small loops?
No.
No further
No.
loop inside it, but whenever I consider this one loop, larger one, that is A, B, C, G, F, E, A. So in this larger loop, how many is means, are there any further loops inside it?
Yes.
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 And
Okay.
2 loops.
So that is the difference between mesh and loop. Loop means what? Any closed path. You can call it as a loop. Doesn't matter whether inside it smaller subloops are there or not. You can use the word loop anywhere. But what's about mesh? Whenever you wanted to use the terminology mesh, mesh means what? This is the first mesh. This is the second mesh. This one, closed loop. And this is the third mesh. Clear? Means mesh, if you observe in this circuit, electric circuit, 3 mesh are there. That is, this first one smaller loop is called as mesh, second one smaller loop is called as mesh, and third one smaller loop is called as mesh. So what do you mean by mesh? Clear? Means what? No further smaller loop inside it. Clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
But
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
call this 3 mesh loop also. Means now onwards we'll be using only the word loop for closed path. But only to get difference between mesh and loop, I'm telling you the difference. Mesh means what? No further loop inside it. And loop means what? There can be or cannot be. Okay, to mesh you can call loop also. But to every loop, not necessary that it is a mesh. Clear? Now onwards we will not be using the terminology mesh. We will use only loop. But is it clear to you, all of you? See here I have
Yes,
written. What is loop? What is mesh? This notes I will post. Again you go through it. Still if you have any doubt you can ask. Clear? What
Yes,
the
ma'am.
difference between loop and mesh? So in this circuit, what we have seen, all resistances are called as circuit parameters, even inductor and capacitor also called as circuit parameters, but it is not shown over here. Again, sources, voltage source and current source are used. A, B, C, D, these are the nodes. two or more than two branches going to meet each other, then that is called as node or junction. And AB, BC, CD, AE, these are the branches. If any circuit parameter is there between two nodes or any source is there between two nodes, then that branch is called that is called as a branch. Okay. Again, loop and mesh we have seen. Clear all terminology? What do you mean by electric circuit and electric network? Electric network, it can be open or closed, but electric circuit terminology, if you wanted to use, it must be closed one. Okay. Various circuit parameters, various sources connected in any fashion, whether open or closed, you can use the word electric network. But whenever you wanted to use the terminology electric circuit, then there must be a closed circuit. Okay. Closed loop, then only. Closed loop means current can complete its path. Clear to all of you up to this? Okay.
Yes,
Next we'll see the concept of open circuit and short circuit. So open circuit means what? You observe this first one circuit. First one circuit, all of you observe. Now see here, what is done? 10-volt battery. Its positive terminal is connected to R1. R1 second terminal is connected to R2, and negative terminal of battery and R2 are not connected each other. Here it's a two terminals A and B are not connected between each other. Even if you switch on 10-volt battery, will current flow in the circuit?
No.
It will not flow. Why? Because
No, ma'am.
between it will not flow because between terminal A and B it's a air gap. Current can't complete its path through air, right? From A to B, current can't flow. So this is called as open circuit. Open circuit means what? Resistance is, current can't flow from A to B, means resistance is how much?
Infinity.
Infinity, correct. It's an open circuit between A and B, means current can't flow from A and B because current can't complete its path through air. It's an open circuit, current can't complete its path through air, means obviously opposition offered by air to the flow of current is infinity. So whenever it's a open circuit, as current don't flow through open terminals, means it is obvious that resistance is infinity. Very high resistance is there. Clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you observe this circuit. 10-volt battery is there, 8 ohm resistance is there, here 2 ohm resistance and 4 ohm resistance, and here it's an open circuit between terminals A and B. Okay. Now here how the current will flow? Suppose from 10-volt current starts. I'm going to mark it as a I. Then this current I, once it reaches at node C, will it flow through 4 ohm? No, it will not. Why? Because between A and B it's a open circuit. Okay.
Open circuit.
It's a open circuit is there. That's why current means whatever this current, it will flow through 2 ohm and it will be back to negative terminal of battery. That is 10 volt, right? Means what is the resistance here of this circuit?
10
Means,
ohm.
10 ohm, correct.
10
Means how 8 and 2 ohm are connected in?
Series.
Correct. 8
Series.
and 2 ohm are connected in series. So whenever you get asked to find out equivalent resistance here, 8 and 2 ohm are connected in series. Why? Because same current is flowing through them. So what is the total current here flowing in the circuit?
1 ampere.
1 ampere, correct. 1 ampere. Got it clear? So is there any current flowing through 4 ohm? No. So this 4 ohm, this branch, wherever 4 ohm connected, suppose CA is called as redundant branch. Redundant branch means what? Although it is there in the circuit, current is not flowing through it. Okay, that is called as redundant branch. Clear to all of you? Yes, redundant branch means clear. See here I have written, that is
उनका
the
वॉइस क्लियर नहीं आया.
redundant branch. Is this clear? Redundant branch. See here the same thing. A and B open circuit is there. Current I will flow like this 1 ampere. It will be total equivalent resistance 10 ohm. Clear to all of you? Redundant branch, its meaning. Yes, concept. Yes.
रेडोडेंट बँच एकदा परत एकदा सांगा तुमच्या
नीट लक्ष द्या असं इट्स नॉट सो कि मैं एक्सप्लेन कर रही हूँ आप कहीं और पे हो और अगेन यू आर रिटर्निंग बैक एंड यू आर आस्किंग मी टू एक्सप्लेन अगेन. Don't behave so. Redundant branch means what? Although 4 ohm connected here in the circuit, current will not flow through it. Why? Because here open circuit is there. Open circuit is there. That's why current cannot flow from A to B. So current will not flow through 4 ohm also. That's why it is called as redundant branch. See here. How the current will flow from 10 volt positive terminal through this. It will return back to negative terminal. Current will not flow through 4 ohm because from A to B it's a open circuit. That's why the branch in which 4 ohm is connected is called as redundant branch. Clear? Whenever calculating total equivalent resistance, have we connected 4 ohm? Because here total equivalent resistance is 10 ohm. Yes.
Ma'am, if ideal voltmeter is connected, then can it also be considered as redundant branch?
Which one voltmeter?
Ideal voltmeter.
Where?
Anywhere, means suppose in a circuit, if ideal voltmeter is connected, then current will not flow through it also, no?
Ideal voltmeter, its meaning is its resistance is 0. Which one voltmeter is called as ideal voltmeter? Ideal voltmeter, see, every voltmeter, it has its internal resistance. So whenever I wanted to represent ideal voltmeter, one PDF will share with you.
Ideal voltmeter resistance is infinite.
एक मिनिट रे बाळा, अरे एक मिनिट मी तुम्हाला एक पीपीटी शेअर करते, त्याच्यामध्ये आहे. 1 minute. For voltmeter, its resistance is always connected in series, and for ideal current source, its resistance is always connected in parallel. So see here. See this one. Voltage source, ideal voltage source. Can everyone see? Yes.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Screen तुम्हाला ठीक आहे. Means it will take some time. So now see ideal.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. It takes some time. See, ideal voltage source means what? Every voltage source, it has some internal resistance, and that is denoted in series. Ideal voltage source रहता ही नहीं है, because every voltage source you design, it has some internal resistance. So it's not ideal. That is called as practical. 1 minute. Practical voltage source is there here. 1 minute. Practical current source. Voltage source. See here, practical voltage source. Can everyone see voltage source here with polarity? Upper one is positive, lower one is negative. In series with it, some resistance is
Yes,
there.
ma'am.
See, okay, every voltage source, whatever you design, always it has internal resistance. Practically, it is not possible to design an ideal voltage source. Ideal voltage source रहता ही नहीं है. Whatever the voltage source you design, always it has its internal resistance, and that is always connected in series.
It is not voltage source we are talking about. Voltmeter.
We are talking about voltmeter, the one used to count voltage among 2 points.
Okay, sorry, you are asking about voltmeter.
Voltmeter.
Sorry,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
thought you are asking about. No problem. No. Yes, what was the question then? What do you told?
When voltmeter is connected, when voltmeter is connected between 2 points, we connect it in parallel, and it has ideal voltmeter has infinite resistance, so the current will not flow through that branch also. So then is it also called as redundant branch?
Yeah, redundant, correct. Redundant branch means it is the one through which current is not flowing. So voltmeter, if you connect in that branch, then you can call it as a redundant branch, correct?
Okay, thanks.
Okay, sorry, what I heard, I thought you are asking about the ideal voltage source. I didn't heard properly, sorry. Got it? Okay, so ideal voltage source, practical, that PPT also again I'll share with all of you in next topic. First of all, we'll finish with this. Okay, so redundant branch clear? Anyway, see, redundant branch, whether it means that resistance needs to consider or not, it depends on current flow. Voltage, so voltmeter or ammeter, if you connect, see, in this, whenever we are going to analyze the electric circuit using KVL or KCL, so in KCL, what required? Magnitude of current. And in KVL, what is required? Voltage drop across that resistance. So whether the voltmeters are connected or ammeters are connected doesn't matter. That we anyway we ignore them. What we matter? Magnitude of current flowing through that resistance and magnitude of voltage drop only we want, and its direction. For voltage source, we want its polarity. For current we want its direction. Okay, so whether voltmeters are connected or not, that doesn't matter, and same is with the ammeters also. Clear? Because here whenever we are going to simplify the circuit using KVL and KCL, what we observe? Current, its magnitude and direction. Voltage source or voltage drop, its polarity. Okay, so you connect voltage, so voltmeter, or you disconnect it, doesn't matter. You connect ammeter or you disconnect it, doesn't matter. So redundant branch, it's a concept related to resistance. Okay, it's not related to voltmeter or ammeter. A redundant branch, that concept is used for resistance. Whether current is flowing through that resistance or not, whether voltage drop, if current flows, then obviously voltage drop will be there across that resistance. If current is not flowing through it, then voltage drop will not be there across it. Okay, it's obvious. So redundant branch is the concept used, we apply for resistances. Okay, we observe whether the current is flowing through that resistance or not. It's not related to voltmeter or ammeter. Clear? Okay. Because redundant branch, when we use this concept for KVL, KCL to find out equivalent resistance, so presence of voltmeter, ammeter doesn't matter, whether they are there or not there. KVL and KCL, whatever. See, voltmeter, ammeter, you connect in the circuit, you apply KVL, KCL, same answer you will get. You don't connect voltmeter, ammeter in the circuit, you apply KVL, KCL, same answer you will get. Okay, voltmeter, ammeter, you connect in the circuit, find out R equivalent. Voltmeter, ammeter, you don't connect in the circuit, find out R equivalent, answer will be same. Okay, so redundant branch concept is not used for voltmeter, ammeter, wattmeter. It is used for resistances only. Clear? Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. So next one is short circuit. Concept of open circuit clear? So open circuit means what? Current can't flow from A to B, means it's an open circuit. So whenever there is an open circuit, resistance is infinity. Now we'll see short circuit here. Whenever it's an open circuit, current don't flow. Now what's about short circuit? Now here, can anyone tell me what is the R equivalent of this circuit? See here, 15 ohm battery is 15 volt battery is there, 3 ohm resistance, 2 ohm resistance is there, and one branch is shorted. This one branch is called as short circuit branch. So can you tell me what will be the resistance here? 3 ohm. Yes,
3
yes.
ohm.
Correct. Very good. Because current always prefers which path? Minimum opposition path. So whenever current starts from 15 volt battery, this current, it will flow through 3 ohm. Then here short circuit branch is there. Resistance is very, very low, which is equivalent to 0 ohm. So it will flow like this. Means current equivalent resistance is 3 ohm only. So 15 volt divided by 3 ohm, 5 ampere. So is any current flowing through 2 ohm?
No.
Means 2 ohm, this AC branch in which 2 ohm is connected, this branch, which one you will call it?
Short circuit.
Redundant branch.
Redundant branch. As no current is flowing through 2 ohm, you can call it as a redundant branch. So if redundant branch is there in the circuit, you remove it, you connect it, your answer will be same. You connect here 2 ohm, you are getting current is 5 ampere. You remove that branch. Still also current you will get 5 ampere. Means a redundant branch, if it is there in the circuit or if it is not there, its presence or absence don't affect your calculations, don't affect circuit characteristics. Clear? Okay. So short circuit means what? Resistance is, yes, whenever it's a short circuit means resistance is ABC, it's a short circuit branch.
Zero.
Resistance is 0. So 0
Zero.
ohm and 2 ohm in parallel. 2 ohm and 0 ohm. How are they connected in? Observe here 2 ohm and
Parallel.
correct.
Parallel.
2 ohm and 0 ohm are in parallel. So 2 into 0 divided by 2 plus 0. What it will be? 0 divided by anything is what?
Zero.
0. Got it? So R equivalent is how much? 3 ohm. Current flowing through the circuit is 5 ampere. So concept of open circuit, short circuit, is this clear to all of you?
Yes,
Huh?
ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So next topic.
It is clear.
Huh? Yes. Okay. So we will stop over here. Lecture is over. Attendance, everyone hope submitted. Huh? Okay. Thank you all.